Ryan, the pitch is very different from the last time Rhinos fans were here. Explain what's going on behind you.
Yeah, so for those people who've maybe seen it in the past, this is as our annual renovation. It's something that we haven't been able to do for sort of the last 3 years. I think it was 2019 we did it last. That's mainly due to COVID and the way the season works and things like that. But it is an essential part of maintenance, and other clubs within professional sport, you'll see they do this every year. Whereas obviously, as I've said, the unique nature of our stadium makes it quite difficult to do for us. But it's something that we sort of really needed to do.
And when people came here, the pitch was looking fantastic for the last game. It really got back its great look about it, but this needed to be done. Underneath that lovely surface was a whole mountain of problems.
Yeah, it's a sort of conception that everybody sees it, that everything's okay, whereas I've sort of, stereotypical groundsman probably, but I've sort of see issues underneath, whereas we're getting rainfall, sort of heavy rainfall, especially before the last game, and it's starting to puddle up on the south stand side and things like that. That's a concern of mine, because the whole object about renovation is, for the people that don't know, is we're clearing out the thatch and organic matter that's on the top of the profile to give us a clean base to work from, and allow us to be able to maintain it without having to deal with that top sort of layer, probably around sort of 4 or 5 mil of rubbish essentially at the top.
And whilst we don't have rugby union during the winter anymore, this work will see a benefit for the pitch. Obviously, this year, very busy winter with the Rugby League World Cup, more games here than anywhere else, and the season starts that bit earlier now, so you are into those winter months still. Yeah, absolutely. And as we've sort of planned last year, and we all sit down, don't we, Phil, as a group, and we talk about these sort of things, that we've got an exceptionally busy year this year. Never mind the first team, women, academy fixtures and things like that. We've got the Summer Bash the week after Wigan, that's 8 games there, and then we move into the World Cup, and obviously looking at all sorts of other events and things like that potentially may take place at the stadium. That's very exciting, and these are the things that we want at the stadium. This is just an essential part of the maintenance that we need to do. And how much work goes into this maintenance? I mean, you're now day 2 and there's so much work already been done.
Yeah, there's a great deal of work. There's a lot to do with planning and things like that, and I think that's testament to the people that we use, the Premier pitches and Moans and things like that, and in conjunction with ICL, the suppliers and things, that they're really, really great to work with and really flexible, and there's a great deal of work that goes into it. And for instance, like I was just telling you, Phil, regarding the spoil and things like that, we've taken a bit more spoil off than we initially thought. There was a bit more organic matter that built up, so one phone call to Moans, and there's extra wagons on the way and things like that, so that's really good. And even the sand companies and stuff, they're really good to work with.
So the top layers come off. We can see that the sand there, the tractor's doing the verti-drain. You've already seeded, you were saying.
Yeah.
What happens over the next few days and weeks?
Okay, so we've sort of, this was a sort of 3-day sort of project, and we managed to get it done in 2. Which is really good. The weather's obviously great for us. We basically take the top off, and then we overseed, and then we top dress with around 75 to 80 tonnes of medium grade sand. Then we'll verti-drain and Procore behind. Then we'll fertilise and all sorts of different chemicals and stuff like that we put on, and then we'll move into the sheeting stage, and then we'll sort of, hopefully with the 25 and 26 degrees temperatures that we've got coming at the back end of the week, hopefully we'll start to see it sort of germinate around the day 7, day 8, and we'll look to take the sheets off around sort of day 11, day 12, and then that's when I'll begin to start really kicking in the feeding process to get ready for the women's Wigan game and the first team.
And in terms of you're confident that everything's going to go planned. We see football clubs do this all the time, but they don't have the sort of pressure that you have in terms of this has got to have a game of rugby league played on it in a matter of a few weeks' time.
Yeah, I mean, one key thing is experience. This is something that I've done multiple times here and at Kirkstall and things like that, and dealing with people who do this as sort of their bread and butter. So it's something that I'm no way concerned about, and it'll improve our surface. It'll give us a more uniformed, healthier growth, denser sward, allow us to drain significantly quicker than we did before, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to seeing the results for, to be honest, and everybody to see it.